Okay, talking about Britain First stuff. So every well, it's not really Britain First, but every government building now has to fly the Union Jack. So there we go, guys. All government buildings.
Long
Um,
overdue.
yeah, yeah. I mean, come on.
Well. So this is the interesting thing, right? Is like I grew up like you did in the English educational system. Now, for you, it was a lot more sort of like hand painting and singing, but for me, it was like more sort of history and subjects like that. And so,
We actually learned a lot of history. I actually know all the back catalogue of Ravi Shankar's work.
I
So
bet you
famous
do.
farmland.
I
Yeah.
bet you do. This is what's happening
So
at your school. You're like, oh my god, I've got a double of Tai Chi. Oh, so fucking stressful.
I'm not even winding you up. Genuinely did Tai Chi every Thursday for a term, and also had Ravi Shankar's prodigy come and play for us in assembly.
Good for you. Good for you. So that was what was going on in your school. I was doing history and stuff, and you just get taught about the British Empire and how successful we were and how brilliant it was. The Industrial Revolution, went to all these places, colonized the world, but it was colonizing in a fun way. It was imperialism. It was like, brilliant, what a cracking job we're all doing. Like everyone wants to speak English, don't they? That is great.
Yeah,
That's how you brought up. And then in the last few years, I have just been listening, learning more, reading different stuff, talking to different
yeah,
people who have
yeah,
given me a very different story about how
yeah.
that all went down.
She's actually thinking, ladies and gentlemen, about not going on as marches anymore. I feel like you're being talked
Well,
out of
it's,
it.
it's getting to summer, so I probably can't anyway. But
Yeah,
too much
obviously I'll
outdoors.
just go for a few, but that's mainly for the cans. But whatever.
You're like that dude who pissed on the statue who had
Yeah,
17 pints before he came to
yeah,
defend the statues the night before. Had no idea what he was doing there. That's gonna be
yeah.
me.
I
And I'll
actually
show you.
defend better. My prime time for defending statues is sort of like 12 to 17 pints. That's
That's
just
the
like the
window
window.
where I sort of
Yeah,
don't feel it when I get hit, but I'm
yeah,
quite still like
yeah,
mobile. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
that's I've got
No, I'm not a
confidence.
monster. Any more than that 20 pints, can't defend shit, mate.
Nah, yeah.
Anything less, I need a bit of Dutch courage. So that's my window.
You just get that video of me going viral. The BBC News just pissing on like a statue of Winston Churchill. Be like, "Am I a lad now, Tom? Is this where I should
Yeah,
have laughed for you? I told you I was a
just
lad."
all I do is fail. All I
Yeah.
do is
Oh, hey, and then they will release the
fail.
murder wing on us. So, but then you talk to other people and you think, well, look, maybe places like India weren't too chuffed about us coming round and doing all sorts of stuff. Maybe Ireland weren't bloody loving that we sort of divided up the country and all that sort of stuff.
Ridiculous. Won't hear it, but God.
Now I think ungrateful. Firstly,
Yeah. Swear. What do you
easier to get a
mean?
job now if you speak English. So India, mate,
Yeah.
think about it.
Guns your head. Come on.
You know what I mean? Go on now. But you think, well, am I as sort of proud of the legacy and heritage of this country, the whole rule Britannia, all sort of thing, as much as I was? But so there's not really, and also just the way this country's been for the last sort of 5 years doesn't make me particularly proud of it. But then again, I'm
For
not
me, it's not
offended. I'm
pride in
not
your
offended by
country. It's just about what.
flags. Like people getting offended by having flags on Parliament building. Like it's very standard for a country, isn't it, to have a flag on a Parliament building?
Yeah, I don't. People should be. I feel like there's a lot of sort of wokey crybabiness about this. Like, it just there. It's such a classic issue of just like you can take from this whatever you want it to mean, and like people are getting angry because they're taking offense to something that means something completely different to someone else, but they're opting to be pissed off one way or the other, kind of thing.
Mm.
Fundamentally, I don't think most people give a shit or would even notice. Like, with a lot of this stuff, I feel like if they just did it, no one would notice. Like, I just think no one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not always
literally,
walking
not one
past.
person would be like, "Well, I bloody noticed flags on government buildings now," and like most people would be like, "Well, didn't they have that already?" I don't
Yeah.
understand. Like,